Hello everyone, my name is Raghu Vamsi, and on behalf of our team, I am here to present our work on this topic: balancing privacy and performance, analyzing accuracy trade-offs in federated learning. So, human activity recognition supports elderly care, patient monitoring, and daily activity analysis in healthcare. We can get that data from devices like smartwatches or smartphones. Using that data, machine learning models were used where raw sensor data is sent to the server and processing takes place at the server itself. But there are few challenges we get in this traditional method. In medical field or in general, data is considered as a sensitive portion. So transferring that data and storing it somewhere else may raise some privacy and security concerns. There are regulations like HIPAA and GDPR which are being violated when following this procedure. Also, transferring data brings us huge communication and resource costs. So, our aim is to study privacy performance trade offs in human activity recognition by comparing centralized machine learning with federated learning. What is the significance of our study? As our data is sensitive and subjected to strict regulations, centralized machine learning brings us few problems and also face scalability challenges. We try to understand how federated learning models train data locally and share only the model update but not the raw data. Our study aims to provide insight into privacy performance trade-off in implementing these approaches. Methodology. We performed a quantitative experimental comparison using LSTM model as baseline for all our experiment. We tested centralized machine learning, federated learning with Fed average, Fed prox, KRM, and variations with different poisoning ratios. We also implemented local differential privacy to all these different poisoning ratios. Model performance was evaluated using metrics such as accuracy, precision, F1 score, ROC score, and Cohen score. We can clearly see the figure. It describes how the centralized machine learning and decentralized learning works. On the left side, you can see how centralized machine learning works. So first, we have our data and we pre-process that. Then it is split into train and test. We train the model and the model is evaluated. On the right side, you can see how federated learning works. So basically, federated learning is a client-server communication system. First, we have our global model with its own model update. Then it will distribute its model update to all four clients here. In our example, if there are more number of clients, it will distribute. Then with that update, it is locally trained using its own data. Each client will get its own model update, and later, by using different aggregation methods we have, all the model updates are aggregated into a single global update, and that update is sent to the global model on the top. So we have many aggregation algorithm methods. We used Fedaverage, Fedprox, and KRM for our experiment. Our experimental environment. So we chose UCI continuous ambient sensor dataset, which consists of sensor data from 30 apartments. There are 26 activities in total, which you can check the figure. There are six well-balanced activities in this dataset. We chose them. The experimental setup was uh, like as one server and four client architecture. In our study, we considered both IID and non-IID data distributions. IID means each client dataset follows the same and is well balanced across all the activities. So we used a framework called Flower, where we used IID partitioner to clearly partition our dataset into IID parts. And we have a method called pathological partitioner, which splits our dataset into non-IID parts. So Non-ID means data varies across clients with some activities being more common in certain clients. This setting better reflects real-world scenarios. Results. We can So we have four clients. We first trained each client individually with our model. We each data individually with our model. We can see that blue, yellow, orange, and brown colors plots for that. But the centralized model obtained an accuracy of 91%, in total. It struggled in non-ID scenarios. This study also shows that model trained on data distributed across individual clients can perform better than model trained centrally on data combined in one place. So these are the results for our federated learning where FedAverage performed best. FedProx got a bit less accuracy than FedAverage because in FedProx we have a proximal term which tries to stabilize all the model updates of all the clients where Kerem is the least performing because uh, Kerem will not consider the model update which is different from other model client model updates. So Kerem got a less accuracy. Data positioning configurations. These are the configurations we used uh, in our experiment. Like we poisoned 20% of data of one client and two clients with 10% poison data, two clients with 20% poison data, and four clients with 10% poison data. Like 1, 2 are of same configuration and 3, 4 are of same configuration. This is the result we obtained when we trained FedAverage with data poison. Then we implemented less privacy. That means we implemented less LDP into this system, and these are the results we got. If we added more amount of local differential privacy to the system, these are the results we got. Similarly for FedProx, again when less amount of LDP is added, when more LDP is added, now for Kerem, yeah, so under weak privacy settings, I mean less LDP, more accuracy reaches up to 94%, while strong privacy reduces accuracy to 58 to 65%, highlighting the trade-off between privacy and performance. The result indicate that enhancing privacy often comes at cost of accuracy. Overall, federated learning provides better performance, particularly in non-ID healthcare data. That means in real-world scenarios. Conclusion. Selecting the appropriate aggregation method is important, balancing privacy, security, and scalability requirements. Federated learning achieves better accuracy while preserving privacy in healthcare human activity recognition. FedAverage reaches 97% accuracy in non-ID settings. FedProx provides stability under privacy constraints, and KRM offers resilience against poisoning attacks. Future directions include optimizing privacy utility trade-offs and exploring homomorphic encryption and other advanced defense mechanisms. Thank you.